Hello, greetings Earth, back with another video. I've been trying to get to you for a little while, but I'm always fighting. I hate to say this word, but I'm still fighting demons and witches, which is a conspiracy about Brazilians and other worlds, other countries. I'm fighting the Brazilian taboo, and they have a strategy that they are trying to use against me. They're trying to Americanize Brazil. Excuse me. They're trying to Americanize Brazil by mothering and slavering me. Society, they did not tell me. They just got together and then they decided to use my body. They decided to use my personality. They decided to use my life in order to Americanize Brazil and other countries. Mankind, they are together in this organized crime, which they decide who's gonna get killed, who's gonna go to jail, who's gonna get hurt, who's gonna be stolen by society. They're deciding those things. Men are dividing society by the how tall they are. They're judging us about our appearances. But basically, the mass is it's a tribes of Zulu tribe or African tribes. They are mixed around us, and all their parents and their associations. Their associations, they are all together in this, and men are becoming kind of like women gossip thing. They are no longer doing business. They are no longer going for the big picture. Men are all about gossiping and living women's life. They are on the corners gossiping about each other and about me, principally about me. Usually they gossip about the men that they are preparing to murder. And men get together and then they decide who they're gonna murder. But before we start telling you about men crime, I'm gonna tell you what these people did. What these people did about like in the 90s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Brazilians, they got together in a place it's called Santa Luzia, and then they, I guess, United States and other countries, they start lecturing the world, and then it got to the ghetto and to the favela, and ghetto men and savages, they did not know what to do with it, with this energy, which was that they were feeling at the time when they were getting lectured by others, by intellectuals and other thinkers. And so they decided to test it and to experience on children. And I was there at the time. So Brazilian savages, Brazilian tribes, Brazilian get-togethers, and all fake Christian women, all the BS that is still going on in Brazil, the ones that manipulate society, manipulate economy, they're still doing it with children, and they're trying to accuse me about it. But let's go first things first. These people, they got lectured by intellectuals and by thinkers outside of Brazil. So when they start feeling energies of which is lecturing, they put on children, and I wasn't there at the time. So now that we are all grown up, these savages, some of them are old, some of them are still like they're still young, but these people, they are trying to get a payoff from what they did to children back in the time. And when things get bad, they try to turn this guilt towards me. Now they're watching and they're monitoring my life 24/7, at the restroom, at the bathroom, anywhere I go. Every single cell of my body is monitored by strangers. And these people are making me a type of a god, but it's a god that I don't gain anything. They don't allow me to get married. They don't allow me to buy anything, like meaning like a house or start a real life. They're cooking me in this pile of crap, which Brazilians are making this organized crime between men. So basically, to make a story short, before we start this debate, because I will have to tell society, before these people kill me, I will have to expose them to the world. Basically, what these people do, Brazilians, and is usually mankind, Brazilian men get together, organized crime men in Brazil. They use children, and then they do trespassings and children's behind, and then they are trying to figure out what it is, or how to lecture each other, by in a bad way, in a negative way, in a wrong way, and they're explaining why women are the way they are, why women are being doomed, why men are being doomed, why men are perishing, why women are perishing. They're trying to explain by trespassing other people's behind. And then also they're trying to put the guilt into me, because I know how to explain those things within words. Everywhere I go, they place children. They're completely strange children among me. They try to incriminate me. Back in the days when I was around 18 years old, they tried to incriminate me, and then I had a lawyer, and then I called my lawyer. My lawyer went there at the time when they were going to molest me in the police scene, and then my lawyer got me out, and then a few years later they killed the man. They killed my lawyer. Now, time to time, Brazilian men get together, organized crime. They keep bringing this back together. They keep trying to put me into this children thing, because they want a leader to take care of the children. They want a leader to guide women, but they don't want to do it. Men just want to get to women, get them pregnant, and then go work on ghetto and favela construction, and then they want a puppet to organize society and do the things that the government neglect. And meanwhile, Brazilian society, which are completely strangers, they're using my ex-wife and they're using my past life against myself. They're not only, it's so much bad things that I'm even embarrassed to say. I used to say those things on YouTube, but I don't want to have my video caught. There's certain things that I cannot say, but it's so bad. We are talking about Brazilian deep web. In their minds are deep webs. They're fasting up life. Engineers are focused on this construction, which doesn't include society. They are doing something for the future, not for us. They already killed us. They killed us in the 70s and the 80s. And then they sent me to United States to meet someone special, and which was part of a thing that it's about Hollywood, TV, soap operas. So when I came back from United States, I never watched soap operas. When I started watching soap operas again, I realized that my entire life is the soap operas. When back in the days when I even realized that they were recording my life with clones. They were recording my ex-wife using clones. And now that I'm back, many strangers, they try to use my life and her to try to get a buck, to try to become famous, to sell drugs, to murder other people, to get people arrested. They get strange children living around me, and these children monitorize my number one, my number two. They monitorize when I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm looking myself in the mirror. I don't know who's telling them the exactly thing what I'm saying, but they kind of like have the information. It looks like NASA took my body and took my brain, and they take the possibilities of what I'm gonna choose, and then they give strangers the thoughts that is going in my mind. They give it to strangers by express orders, or they are assuming my thoughts, or they are suggesting my thoughts, and then they are reading what they are suggesting while I'm quiet, while I'm not even part of my thoughts. They're leaving my thoughts, they're leaving my brain in a different person or in a different dimension, but everything that is negative falls into me, because they're destroying within my conscious and my subconscious. These people built me when I was a child, and then they boycotted me on school, on jobs. They are trying to block my careers, any careers that I try to attempt. They put children to live around me, to monitorize me, so that they can try to incriminate me with the police, trying, because they have a thing in Brazil. Whoever deals with gay children, which they, most of them are gay and bisexual, they're attracted to anal lecture. They beg for those anal behinds energies. That's why they harass me for it. And as more I ignore them, as more they harass me. So it becomes this thing among Brazilians that only Afro descendants and the police can do whatever, and regular men gets into this pressure of they try to pressure us to teach children for free. If we don't teach them for free, they keep on threatening me that something bad's gonna happen. As more I try to get away from these people, I try to get away from like strange children. It would be lovely to teach children something nice, but they don't want to be taught. They just want to start problems. They use their behinds in this weird way of learning how to be lectured by adults. I don't know what they are doing. I'm not even supposed to speak to children, and Brazilians keep shouting children among me, and it's noticeable that mankind, they're fighting, and tall men like myself get persecuted by men, because men are separating from each other by their heights, by the colors of his skin, many other things. They're making life territorial. It will be very difficult to deal with people in a regular basis. Besides that, it's not even worth it telling. So I'll talk to you later. I gotta go.